Moving over to the AFC. Who do you have in the AFC East?
My AFC East pick is the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
They are too good. They're even without JT. If JT was to go there, they're a shoe in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just. But you got that Dalton Kincaid, the new tight end. You paid Dalton. You paid Knox. You got Stephon Diggs. You got Josh Allen.
Gabe
Your
Davis.
offensive line is fine. Your defense is good. There's no, barring a complete and utter act of God and just shocking all season by the Jets, it's the Bills to lose.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And I am going to go with those Jets. I after watching Buffalo against Pittsburgh, and then I went back and watched a little of their other preseason game. They don't look sharp, and it almost seems to me like they might have missed their window. I could see there's questions on, is Stephon Diggs truly happy there, and are they going to make it through the season without him just causing a ruckus? Um, my big concern with the Jets was their offensive line.
Yep.
After watching that game, I believe it was yesterday, Aaron only got pressured one time in his 8 dropbacks, so maybe things are coming together for him. And I think that Buffalo is going to fall back to the pack a little bit, and the Jets are. I think it's going to come down to the wire. We're talking week 16, 17, 18 type shit. But I think the Jets are going to squeak that one out.
You got the Jets coming from a 7-10 season last year and taking the division over a team that went 13-3.
Yeah, but the Jets added a lot of key pieces that I could see the Jets pulling 13 wins here. I really could.
I can see the Jets pulling 10 or 11 and hitting a wild card. I think it's the Bills to lose. Even if Diggs ain't happy, they're going to make him happy. And McDermott's not going to let them go 13-3 down to 10-6.
Yeah,
or 10.
I am going to put a disclaimer on my pick of the Jets. If, as you said, Buffalo does get JT, switch the pick.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I 100% agree that if they get JT, they're at the very least, and they're healthy. Of course, that we can't predict that shit. But if they get JT, yes, then I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right.
If they pick up John Taylor, they're in the AFC Championship game for sure.
AFC South.
This one, where's my notes here? There it was. I'm going to go with the Titans.
Wow.
I think Jacksonville slips a little bit by a game, and Titans pick it up. They added DeAndre Hopkins. You've already got Derrick Henry. Tannehill throwing the rock.
Do you think Tannehill makes it all year?
He has to for this to work.
Yeah.
For me to be right, he's got to.
Yeah, Malik Willis still doesn't look ready, and Will Levis is still, we haven't really seen much of him as of yet. So,
but man, he looks good. He looks really good. Will Levis.
Has he played much in the preseason? I honestly have not followed a whole lot of.
He played.
I know Malik Willis played like basically the whole game the other night after Tannehill handed the ball off 3 times.
Right. I think he played a series. I'd have to go back and look, but I think the Titans have the weapons to do it. It's a kind of a weak division compared to the rest. You got the Colts, who are a big question mark right now with their offense. Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence. I mean, you do got Doug Peterson at the helm there, so Super Bowl winning coach. It's they got a chance they could repeat as division champions too.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see the Titans overcome their mediocrity and get themselves in the playoffs once again.
Yeah. And for reasons you just listed, that's why we disagree. And I am taking the Jags. I think they took big steps last year, and I think it's only going to get better with this season. Calvin Ridley has looked great in his limited action. That's going to be another weapon for Trevor Lawrence. You got Doug Peterson, who, like I said, Super Bowl winning coach, brings a pedigree there. I'm not sold on Tennessee's defense. So for that reason, I'm going with Jacksonville.
Yep. That's why these predictions are so hard to do.
Oh, I know it.
When you got these teams that if they lose a game, they shouldn't have won, or if they win a game they shouldn't have won.
Hey, I would like to shamefully remind you and everybody else that in this segment last year, I picked the fucking Chiefs to finish last in their division. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of the AFC West, let's have it.
Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs.
And we agree on that one. I'll just end the suspense right there.
Yeah, it's not even a question. I mean, the Chargers could battle for it, maybe, but I still think they're going to fall short of a division championship.
And last but not least, and I'll let you lead off on this one, the AFC North, for my money, the best division in football.
If they could somehow move the Browns out of the North and put any other team that's somewhat in the North in the AFC, it would be the best. It would be the best. But every group of friends has that one black sheep, and that's your Cleveland Browns.
Oh yeah.
I do not think the Bengals repeat as division champs. There's been a team that's had some off-season moves. They had a couple of big name additions, and I think that their way overpaid quarterback is going to take them to a division champion. I'm going with the Ravens.
You're fired. All right.
I don't think Kenny Pickett's better than Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry.
No, not yet. He's not. No. But my pick for the AFC North is no surprise. The fucking Pittsburgh Steelers are going to shock the world, and not because they're so much better, but I see the Bengals. You have that gut feeling. I think Joe's calf might be worse than they're saying.
That's exactly why I dropped him down.
The Bengals are going to be right there. I believe that, no question. And I think that the Ravens are going to be right there as well. But looking at what Pittsburgh did and what they've done in the preseason, I just think that their defense is going to be elite. And I think that is going to be the difference. I don't think Kenny Pickett is the next coming, but I think Kenny Pickett is good enough with the weapons that they have put around him. If Matt Canada can stay out of his own way, if they can score 20 to 25 a game with that defense, with a healthy TJ Watt, a healthy Highsmith, Cam Hayward, I think they're going to squeak the division out. I really do.
It's going to be tough,
fan, if I didn't. I agree. It's going to be tough. And I as much as I like to joke about how bad Cleveland is, I still think they're going to be good enough to be competitive in just about every game they play.
I mean, look at their depth chart.
Yeah, their defense is great. They got probably the best running back.
Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb. I mean, they got it.
But like Steeler fans always like to say, Brown's going to brown, and something is going to get fucked up in Cleveland, whether it's an injury or Deshaun Watson whips his wang out again. Something is going to happen. The Browns, in my opinion, are going to still remain where they firmly have belonged for a very, very long time, and that's in the AFC North's fucking basement.
Right.
I see Pittsburgh win the division with 12 wins, somehow getting the tiebreaker over Cincinnati, and I think that Baltimore is going to be right there with 10 or 11.
Mm.
Now,
And it's interesting. I mean, I don't know.
Honestly,
I don't see Pittsburgh getting much better, maybe a game better. Going 10-7. I see Cincinnati going 10-7 or 11-6. But the Ravens just added some weapons. They just added Jadeveon Clowney on the defensive line.
I haven't seen much out of him in the last few years.
He hasn't been what he was hyped up to be out of college.
He was early.
Yeah, he's had good seasons. He's had good games.
Look, he couldn't be a star with fucking Myles Garrett on the other side.
No,
I can't see him really. He's going to be solid. Don't get me wrong. He's better than a lot of the bums that they could throw in there. But Jadeveon Clowney doesn't strike fear into my heart.
No, he improves the end though. He improves that defensive line.
And they did need help. I mean, without question.
And if you're looking at a team that is ready to win now, they paid people to win now. They brought in guys to win now. It's the Ravens.
Yeah, their offensive line is mid at best, but they do have weapons. And again, I think it's going to be a slugfest between those three teams. Just I wouldn't be a Steeler fan if I didn't fucking go with my gut.
Sure. And another reason, and that's why I went with the Cowboys in my division, because I wouldn't be a Cowboys fan if I didn't take them to win the division, even if it's by a half a game or a tiebreaker or whatever the hell they're going to get in. They're going to get in, and they're going to get beat, and they're going to win 2 playoff games to improve from our normal 1 playoff win or 0, and we're going to have a healthy, happy season, and I'm going to go on with my life as a disappointed Cowboys fan and no more Super Bowl rings.
Who are your wild card teams?
In the NFC, I've got my Eagles, the Vikings, and the Falcons.
We already did the NFC.
Well, why am I looking at that? Jesus. It's been a long week.
Right.
Anyway, AFC. I got the Jets. They've added too many pieces not to try to make a run for it. I think they're going to make a run for it. Aaron Rodgers doesn't really know how to lose. He definitely doesn't know how to quit. He's got Garrett Wilson, Randall Cobb, Lazard, Dalvin Cook. I mean, he's got the pieces. He's got it there. The offensive line, if they can keep him upright, they're going to be scary.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals, again, are going to drop a game or two to the Ravens. And they're going to be right there. And the only other relevant team in the AFC that hasn't won a division, in my opinion, is the Chargers.
Yeah.
They went 10-7. I think they're going to go 10-7 again. Win a playoff game, maybe get, but I got the Jets, the Bengals, and the Chargers.
All right. I have the Bengals for all of the reasons that we've just discussed. On the other side of your Jets coin, I have the Bills. And my equal to your Atlanta Falcons pick is the Denver Broncos. I think that Sean Payton is going to right the ship there because they do have a lot of talent. I'm a little concerned now that we just heard about Jerry Jeudy going down for multiple weeks. But their young running back is back and healthy now, and I think Sean Payton is going to get them in the right direction to get them into that 10-win range. I think the Chargers are going to drop off a little bit for the simple fact that I don't trust their coach. He has made some really boneheaded fucking moves over the last couple of years, and after building a 27-0 lead over Jacksonville in the playoffs last year, only to watch it turn into the greatest comeback in NFL history.
Right.
I think that they are going to suffer from that hangover and regress probably in the 8-win range, and enough for Denver to step up and take that last wild card spot. Who do you have for your AFC champion?
My AFC champion. I'm riding the train all the way out of your division. Ravens all the way to the Super Bowl,
my
buddy.
God. Oh.
And when it happens, you're gonna buy me a drink.
I'll take that bet. I will absolutely take that bet. Oh.
What about you? Who you got coming out of the AFC? If you say the Steelers, I'm turning it off.
I have in the AFC, I believe that the New York Jets are going to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs are going to repeat once again as AFC champs. I just
Rodgers, Mahomes, AFC, huh?
Yeah, Andy Reid. I mean, they've got some young guys there, but the key components. I'm a little concerned about the holdout of oh God, what is this? The defensive end who was
he said week 8.
Yeah, it was
possibly week 8.
Yeah, damn near could have been Super Bowl MVP, but look,
should have been defense. Should have been Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I did the Chiefs dirty last year, so maybe part of this is a little apology, but I got the Chiefs coming out. So your picks are the Baltimore Ravens taking on the 49ers, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what you said? Yeah. And mine are the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles in a rematch. Who you got winning it all? I'm going to fucking throw up, I think.
Well, you might as well get your bucket out.
Oh.
Because I can't give the 49ers a victory as a Cowboys fan, and with a Brock Purdy, it'll be a stretch if he even makes it. It really does. It really will. They would have to stay completely healthy, and Shanahan would have to be perfect for them to make the Super Bowl. I'm betting that they're going to stay healthy, and I'm going out on a limb just because I don't want to put my Cowboys in there, because I got the Niners beating the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. I go back a little nostalgia. Let's get back in the mid '90s, back here for our NFC Championship game. But I think I don't think the Cowboys are ready yet. They have to be if you're on the Cowboys. If you are employed by the Cowboys, you damn well bet your ass you're going to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I see them winning a couple games as division leaders. They don't have to play that extra game. I see them in the NFC title game, getting beat by the Niners, unfortunately, just because I think they're a little better team. The defense is better than our offensive line. And I have the Ravens by 10, 31-21 over the Niners.
Wow. Need a minute. My Super Bowl, obviously it's a rematch of last year. I got the Eagles and the Chiefs, and I think fly, Eagles fly. I think they are going to get over the hump, while the Chiefs are, without question in that dynasty mode. I just think that they're going to figure them out this time, and they were close last year. They basically had the game won until Mahomes happened. I think a few plays are going to go the other way, and I got the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. But as a little preview of what we're probably going to do later this week or for the next show, bold prediction, and we may have to type this on the document and save it for a year, a year and a half. Next season, you heard it here first. The Pittsburgh Steelers win the Super Bowl next year. This is a team that is going to be really good this year, but I think in their minds they are building for year 3 for Kenny Pickett. So I'm calling my shot right now. I think Pittsburgh's going to make some noise, but they're going to take that leap next year.